You know, we're making art here.
Sup, gigglers?
Gary, fix the Wi-Fi.
Manifest that shit.
We can't be managed. I mean, the day just got away from me.
What's up, my Great Gatsby gigglers? We had one weekend in Long Island that wasn't filmed for television, and we're new people now.
I'm laughing because we just recorded the intro, and then I realized I wasn't in fact recording, which is the main part of doing a podcast. And prior to that, I forgot my microphone, which is also another main point of doing a podcast.
But you know what? At least we're here and we're trying.
We're thriving.
We're trying our best. The one thing, I know you guys know we love a theme. This last weekend, Paige comes to visit, and by the way, you and Des haven't like spent multiple days back to back together.
No, we've never vacationed together.
The Scorpios were Scorpioing. My favorite part of the night was we weren't sure what to do, and Des goes, "Can we just sit and talk, maybe?" And Paige goes, Actually, I would love that. Actually, that's exactly what I want to do.
That was actually so sweet when he said that, because it was like, can't we just like get to know each other? You know, like, can't we just... My line of the weekend was actually said by Hannah Lucy Berner. I feel like you know what I'm going to say. And it was, Paige's thirst for knowledge cannot be quenched.
So the funny thing is we're hanging out all day. You know, you think you're going to run out of material. Something about Paige is she doesn't care who you're talking about. If there is a story to be said,
I'm seated.
She's seated. She'll be like, but why did his cousin say that to her?
Well, if my friend is telling me a part of their life and I'm not directly correlated or into that has no bearing on my listening skills.
Some would argue drama's more fun when you're not involved because you have no skin in the game.
And that's what I love.
But it's funny because Des would talk about something random and you'd be like, wait, we're going to need to backtrack. And why would she do that to him? And your thirst for knowledge is unquenchable.
And I feel like there are times where I was like, let's deep dive into her parents. Let's take a moment and see why she acts the way she acts. And maybe it's not her fault.
I also would like bring up different topics throughout the day. Whenever I'd say something, you'd be like, oh yes, we're going to have to dive in. I'm like, there's not one thing that you don't find a way to talk about. And maybe that's why we have a podcast.
And wait, here's another thing. We recycled the same stories over the past 7 years of our friendship. So if you thought we were just doing new information, it was...
The classics.
We obviously brought back the classics.
You gotta play the classics. Also, we were in a new background, new backdrop. So like we have to see how the story holds up.
And nature over nurture. Sometimes you're in the wild, something in front of you reminds you of something, and you're like, and I forgot to tell you.
Also, sometimes when you're in a different environment, you might have a different perspective on the same story, and it might just bring a new perspective in life. And we're open to all different ways of approaching a story. Because we're journalists.
There was one time I don't even know what we were talking about. And Des goes, but Paige doesn't want to know that. And you look at him and you go, actually, she does.
Her thirst for knowledge is unquenchable. Oh, but then also I felt like you had to do, this is so married couple of me and Des. Like I forget, but like every time I tell a story, he interrupts being like, no, that's not what happened. Yeah. But then if I tell him to tell the story, he says, no, you tell the story.
Yeah.
And that's marriage.
There's a lot of cat mouse with you guys. No pun intended.
Yeah. So what's your opinion of our marriage after being with us for 48 hours? I have to say, we keep each other on each other's toes. It's like, are they flirting? Are they fighting? Are they flirting? Are they fighting? Are they flirting? Also, this is what marriage is. And I nailed it this weekend. It's asking the other person where they put the scissors.
Yes.
No one fucking knows.
No one knows. You want to know what's funny about you and Des is you don't want to step on each other's toes, but you want the other one to have like no, you tell the story, or like Like, you guys need to communicate more. You don't know who's getting the drinks, who's getting the forks, who's telling the story. There's a lot of admin that you guys haven't figured out.
Well, you know why? We do not have traditional gender roles in this household.
No, you don't. And that's what it is.
It's chaos. It is chaos in these streets. We don't know who's doing laundry. We don't know who's speaking first. We don't know who's sitting at the head of the table. But that's what keeps it spicy.
Sometimes people say this as like when their relationship is like, oh, we've turned into roommates. I want to take back that saying, okay? Because in the best way possible, you and Des are roommates in terms of like, sometimes you're doing the dishes. Sometimes he's taking out the trash. But at any given moment, you could be lugging that trash and he could be washing the dishes. Like, you guys really do live together as like two individual people.
I think it's because when we got together, we both were such individual people that we just were like, but we mesh well.
Yeah. And I think that's what it is.
There's no structure.
No, you guys need a chart with stickers. You need to know what's
about
happening.
a chore chart. I've thought about it, but this is why we're not divorced yet, is because if one of us happens to get upset about something like, hey, why are your socks like all over the bathroom floor? Then he'll just be like, well, why is your makeup all in the sink? Mm-hmm. And then I said, and we're moving on. We're even.
And you can't.
We're keeping score. We're not keeping score. We're tied.
Yeah, you can't attack for something when you're doing the same thing.
Exactly. It is so funny when you come into someone's home and see like the functions. But I also feel like when someone visits your house, let's be honest, you're playing life. Like, it's a virtual reality.
Everyone's an actor. We're all paid actors.
What should I be doing when people are at my house around
you
this
should
time?
have seen me picking out a travel outfit. I'm like, what does someone wear who's like not going to the Hamptons for like the showiness, just going to like hang with a friend?
No, I literally, when people come to my house, I'm like, what do you do at around this time of day? Trying to pretend.
No way, that's so true.
Like, multiple times I'm like, this is when I typically would go in a TikTok hole. But I'm trying to pretend that I'm like, loving life.
There was a moment where Des looked at us and goes, I'm going to go for a nap now. We were like,
that's why he's my king.
We were like, you know what? Yeah, you deserve it. And we yapped for another 3 hours.
Des disappeared for a good 2 hours, and like, more power to him.
He deserved that time off, though.
He deserved it. But I do want to say kudos to you. You are such a good guest. Paige came, first of all, with a new Daphne tea, the Hannah tea. Because my other one got stained up, so she gave me a navy one, and I was like, that's why you're my best friend. She designed it for me. She designed a shirt literally for her best friend.
No, I literally did. I was like, Hannah needs more t-shirts.
So that was great. Then you made a pasta salad that really came in handy all weekend.
No, I was so proud of that pasta salad. And here's what I did. You know what's hard to do is think of something to bring to someone's home, especially when it's like you don't need anything. Like, what, like, you know, like, and we see each other all the time. So it's not like, oh my God, I haven't seen her in so long, I have to get her like a really nice candle set or like whatever. So I was like, what am I bringing to Hannah's? But like, it's not like super intense. So I know you love green. So I got this really pretty green bowl, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to make a pasta salad, put it in the bowl, and that's the gift. Like, she keeps the bowl, we eat the pasta salad, see ya.
And this is what I love about Italians. Only Italians could figure out a way to make salad unhealthy. Yeah. They're like, we go with this pasta.
There's a lot of vegetables in there.
Let's put pasta in. They go vegetables, a little cheese, and pasta. Now it's good. Now it's a good salad.
I do need to talk about one person that really didn't have the best time this weekend and was very taken aback, didn't know what was going on, and her name is Daphne. And Daphne is, look, at a young age, Daphne has been a travel kitty.
She's seen so much. She's seen so much in her young age.
She's seen so much. She's done so much. She's always mentally stimulated, like she's fine wherever you take her, she's good. Except for Hannah's house. Okay.
I feel bad.
Get there, I take Daphne out. Daphne's like fine, she's sniffing around. Then I show her like where we're sleeping, where her water bowl is, where her food is, and
goes,
where her litter box is. And
she
like,
fully turned into like the Real Housewives when they're picking rooms.
and she was like, the fish room? Literally the fish room? Are you fucking kidding? She literally looked at me and she gave me a look only a daughter can give a mother. And it's, when are we leaving? When are we going home? And so the way Hannah's house is like set up, like where we're like hanging out, you can't like see to go downstairs, but like you can kind of see if you're sitting at a certain angle, like through a window, you can see like the top of the stairs. Okay. Every 15 minutes, I would look over to my cat sitting on the top of the stairs, staring at us, judging for 3 minutes, and then she would run off. She would then proceed to come back, judge again, give a snarl, and run off.
She also was like, help me. Like, hello, I'm in danger. I don't feel safe. I've seen what I need to see, and I want to go home.
She has never been more uncomfortable in her life.
I tossed her in the kitty room, which I'm housing 3 kittens that were found at the side of the road. So Daphne is immediately unimpressed and disgusted.
Yeah.
So she's like, where are your parents? You don't have parents? What does your dad do? Where you didn't go to private school? You didn't go to private school. Okay. Do you have a last name?
Are you even microchipped? Oh, my mom? They're not microchipped.
She goes, no one's cut your nails in a very long time. Get a manicure like once.
Let me tell you, she slept all day on Sunday. She was exhausted. She was emotionally and mentally
empty.
Wow. She had given all she could give.
And then Butter, of course, was
Never
in
saw
my
her.
room.
But it was like, oh, you're having people over? Cool. I'll see you Monday.
But I had this fear that if I opened the door that like her and Daphne would have an interaction. And for everyone who's like, oh my God, if Butter and Daphne met. Butter's a street fighter. And Butter fights dirty.
Yeah.
And Daphne, as beautiful as she is, she can't defend herself
She'd
against.
be like, I'm a working model, Butter. A working model.
Not the money face. And Butter has half an ear. Like Butter has nothing to lose.
Yeah.
So that's not a fair fight. And I just wanted to make sure Daphne was okay. Butter was okay. We survived the weekend.
You know what I never crossed my mind though? What if we have kids and they like don't get along?
Oh my God, if my kid doesn't get along with your kid.
Yeah, like what if we have, I feel like if I have one and you have one, that's like impossible. They have to get along. But I feel like what if there's a world where like you have 2 boys and I have like a boy and a girl and like the boys don't get along, but like the girl dates one of the other boys. You know, like what if there's drama between them? Honestly, I just described the summer I turned pretty. So and I really apologize for that.
You're like, I've been in deep with my Hulu. Okay, I've thought about this actually. I've thought this fully through. Basically, the way they're going to be introduced is like, this is not your friend. Like, this is your cousin. This is your family. Like, I know she's weird. But like, she's part of the family. But also, I don't think people realize your kids are going to be a bad influence on my kids.
Okay.
Like your kids are going to be like cool and like I don't know, I just feel like my kids are going to be a little more straight edge, but if I may raise my kids in the Lower East Side of Manhattan, they will be doing acid by 11, and
that's
then
so true.
Your kids, if they're raised in the burbs, should stay away from my kids.
Right.
But sometimes suburban kids are weird. They like sniff stuff because they have to get more creative.
I was just going to say sometimes suburban kids start a drug habit super early.
And suburban kids love doing crazy things in cars, which city kids are like, I'm high as fuck, but I'm lying in the park.
Yeah.
Which is unsafe as well.
It's something that we're going to have to figure out. But I did have that thought. It was like, oh my God, I didn't even think like, because in my head, I'm like, we both are having girls and they're going to be best friends.
You're like, what if we have kids and then like aliens come down and like, that's the plot of War of the Worlds.
One thing that we did talk about is, and we said that people don't talk about it enough, is that there was a Disney Channel movie about twins and they were basketball players, and the name of that movie was Double Teamed.
And that's why we are the way we are.
And don't ask us the origin of this story. I don't know how it started, but there was just a moment where we like made that realization and we talked about it, and it's so unsettling when you think about it. It's crazy
how many people that had to go through of approval before it came to our desk.
Like that went through many meetings, and it was like, this is for kids.
They go, I understand it's double teamed, but how can we make it less sexual? Let's make it twins. That'll be better.
I mean, double. Here's one thing. If it was double team, that almost makes it less sexual, I think.
Yeah.
Than double team.
Double teamed is
double teamed, like that, like teamed.
That's what happened to one of my roommates in college. Double teamed.
Yeah, have it. That's the only other. That's the only meaning of it. There's no other meaning of double teamed other than having sex with getting.
That's what happens when you answer a Snapchat with a guy in the football team. Double teams.
Correct. And I just think that's so crazy, and it makes me so uncomfortable.
Well, it's funny if you watch a lot of comedies now, you see how they make a lot of jokes for the adults. But double team, that's creepy. It's giving Nickelodeon.
No, it's so freaking creepy.
It's giving Nickelodeon seeing people's feet.
I don't know how we got
here.
But I think it was because we were doing like all these different sports things, and we were saying, and I was saying all of the different sports that I think I would have been good at. And Hannah said if she didn't play tennis, she would have played basketball. And then that brought me to, have you ever seen Double Team?
But I said I couldn't play basketball because my hands are hooves and I can't hold the ball. But the funniest thing was Paige comes in. We learned about each other this weekend. She's wearing like a gorgeous bikini, like stunning. Everything's working. And then she stands up and she goes, do you want to race? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, do you want to play mermaids? Do you want to race? Marco Polo? Like all the games. And I was like, let's fucking go. And then to get into the pool, she doesn't go towards the not towards the stairs. She goes towards the deep end. I said, where are you going, babe? Did you get lost? And she goes, I'm jumping in. And I said, I didn't see that for you.
Yeah.
You are a fucking freak. She literally is like, hair. Well, she hasn't washed her hair in like many days. That's a whole other thing that we haven't talked about. But like so put together and goes, I'm about to belly flop. Yeah. And I was like, I thought for sure you would be that girl who daintily walks in 3 stairs in and then goes, you guys, it's kind of cold. Are you sure? And then we're like, come on, Paige. And you're like, okay. And then like 10 minutes later you're in and then you're like, actually, it's kind of warm. We're like, we told you, Paige. No, this bitch fucking, and not even like a graceful dive. She fucking cannonballs. And that's so you because people can't put you in a box.
No, they really can't. And I thought you were going to be like me.
No, I'm dainty when it comes to the pool.
Yeah, like it took you 10 minutes to get in and you were going slow. You're torturing yourself.
I don't want to brag. I do have very high muscle, low body fat as of at least 10 years ago, last time I checked. So I get really cold really easily because I am tiny in the ankles. So when it hits the ankles first, it shoots up my body. Also, I'm like scared of water in general, kind of. When I was little, I almost got swept away by a current.
We're in a pool. Your pool. It was 85 degrees. We were in a heated pool in the middle of summer.
Do you know when you jump and like it gets like in your ear or up your nose and then your day's ruined for 3 days? Like it's not worth it. Like
I just think like going in by the stairs, I obviously used to do that, but I
grew up.
Honestly, not to sound so cultured, but I feel like I'm like always jumping off boats. And so like when you jump off a boat, you have to jump in. You can't like walk in from a boat.
I have to stop you right there. That's where you've lost the entire audience. No one can relate to that. She's like, you know when you're by the cliffs And then, but your boat's taking you to the cliff.
No, really. I feel like that's why I jump in, because you have to jump off a boat.
And she goes, and these yachts are high. You know that you're about to get like Dumois, that you're a yacht girl after that comment.
Honestly,
I hope
just
you're
saying
making money on these yachts.
From my family vacation, like that is, I jump in off a boat. But no, jumping in, it's 3 seconds of cold compared to like literally 2 solid minutes of torturing yourself walking into the cold. And then you're just fine.
Des is like, you never felt worse after jumping in cold water. And I go, yeah, but I felt better before it.
Well, Des and I are water signs. And so we connect with the water. Like I love the ocean. Like I really feel like when I go in the ocean, I feel differently than other people, because I genuinely feel like it heals my soul.
This is my thing. Nothing feels better than peeing in water.
Do you pee in the shower?
I can't help but pee in the shower. The second warm water hits me, I'm peeing.
I feel like there's like a whole discourse, like low key, on like people being like it's gross to pee in the shower because like of the drain. Like it's going down the drain.
Again,
but like,
none of my business what's going on in the drain.
No.
The drain?
Literally,
I have so many things to worry about. I'm not worrying about what's growing in my drain. I don't even know what's growing in my Stanley right now. Okay? There's the no, absolutely not.
No, and like I'm not sitting in the bathroom being like, oh, okay, well, yeah, obviously the sink and the shower drain would be different than the sewage system, but like but then there's an argument that like you could pee on someone getting surgery and it's like you're fine.
This is my problem. I think my pee's perfect.
Same.
But like if someone else were to pee, I'm like, okay, let's have some respect.
Okay, well, I'm hydrated. And so that's basically water with a little bit of like UTI powder. Yeah, like leave me alone.
Des is just like water and Advil in his. So like we're a happy home. This is a really niche reference, but do you remember the movie Jimmy Neutron?
I don't remember the movie, but I remember the TV show. Like, did they make a movie?
They made a movie, and at one point, like, all the adults disappeared, and they were showing all the things kids were doing because the adults were gone, and one kid was like, I'm peeing in the shower. And then I was like, oh, you're not supposed to be in the shower.
Wait, you know what's funny is because you had a younger sibling, you watched more younger shows. Like once I hit the age where it was over for me, I then never saw anything like younger because no one was turning it on.
Because I didn't have an older sibling, the first time I saw MTV, I was like 11. And it was at a tennis camp with all like the cool older girls. And I saw Ja Rule with his shirt off, and life was never the same.
I'm trying to.
I don't know about you.
My first experience with MTV was actually so surreal because it was The Real World, San Diego, and it was Cameron from Southern Charm, and that was the first reality show I ever watched.
Oh my God.
And I loved her. I thought she was like the prettiest person to ever be on the planet, and then to think like, oh, I'm going to go on reality TV. Scary.
She's adorable. I do want to say I'm proud of you. This is the first time you went to the Hamptons since, and I hope that I helped you create new memories.
You did help me create new memories.
You also brought stromboli.
Of course.
And you also brought pinoli cookies.
Of course.
And rainbow cookies. Mm-hmm. And sprinkle cookies.
Yes. Well, you can't bring a pinoli. You can't bring a pinoli and not a sprinkle cookie. That's just like rude.
Imagine I did that for the rest of the pod. I go, and chocolate vanilla cookies.
And she brought her own pillows, and then she brought Christmas gifts for everyone for this coming Christmas, and then she brought.
So that was really good, and we hung out with Gary.
Oh, and then my brother and his girlfriend were in town, like were around in the vicinity, and stopped over, and we played some tennis. We had some I ate a lobster roll. I
do have to say, you did play tennis, and you did the most Paige thing ever. I hit her a backhand, and she just said, no, thank you. And I said, what's wrong? And she goes, I'm not hitting backhands. And I'm like, did you just refuse to hit a backhand?
I'm not doing backhands today.
She was like, no, thank you. And I was like, I love that you're polite, but that's not how sports work. And she goes, what game is this? This is tennis. This is my whole life. This is what I put my whole entire life into. And you can have some damn fucking respect on, okay? Okay. And you were like, okay, I'm done.
I literally am that like annoying little girl that was like, okay, but what if we did ballet on the tennis court? And everyone's like, we're playing a game. And
You also, you don't like to do things for too long.
No, I don't. I get
Activities.
tired.
I mean, chatting
No.
all day.
I could go all day and all night snacking for at least 4 hours.
Des was very impressed by our chatting cardio. Like marathon.
What does he mean?
As in, like, he's like, you got all you do is talk to each other, and then you're like seeing each other. He's like, when you guys get into your whole giggly thing, and I said, it's a religion, babe. Respect. Okay, religion.
But I would argue that every friend duo is like this. Like, you know what's crazy is I always think about, and I've said this since I was like a child. When you're married for like 30, 40 years, what are you guys talking about? Like, how are you still finding things to talk about? Because it's
you
like
have to talk about other people.
Yeah, like you know everything about each other. You have to. I mean, the world would not survive if you didn't talk about other people. But with you, I'm never like, oh no, what are me and Hannah going to talk about today? Like, we're going to find things. It's going to come up.
You know what it is? It's like love. It just takes two people who have the same goal. Yes. And like, we give us nothing and we both are going to try to make it work. And that's what friendship is. Yeah. Two people trying to make a gossip work. Mm-hmm. And let's be honest, I'll start gossip and you might not be into it, but you're going to support me in it. And you're going to say, okay, well, why did she do that? Why do you think she did that? Let's see it from different angles. And that's what friendship is.
And you know what I think maybe Des is desensitized to? That so much gossip happens in our world right in front of our faces. And we need to bring it back behind closed doors. Like, we need to bring it back to its original intended form. And that's at your friend's kitchen table where, like, they're not going to see it. No one's going to like it, reply to it, comment on it. Let me say what I need to say in peace.
I want to start it with, can I say something kind of mean? Or this, I normally would never say, I'm not like this. I would never be this mean. But am I alone in this? Right. And that's...
Wait. Am I alone in this? Makes it sound profound. It makes it sound like we went to college. We furthered our education when we say, and am I alone in this?
Am I alone? This sounds like, I'm trying to change the world. Which we do. We do every day through conversation. Also, I did have a little Italian snafu. Gary brought prosciutto, however, or prosciutto, whatever you would call it in Idaho.
Wait. I know that you're going to tell this story, but first let me preface that I get there on Friday night and Hannah immediately, she's like, and tomorrow we're going to have prosciutto with melon. And I'm like, amazing. I love prosciutto with melon. And she said it like 3 times, like, and that will be like our cute little snack.
That was my party trick.
And that was her party trick. Proceed with your story.
Also, you're me and Des. So Gary brings the prosciutto, and then
so she didn't even have one of the main ingredients. Okay, one of the main ingredients for said dish was not even in the home.
I knew there was going to be Italian people around. Someone was going to have prosciutto.
No, that's actually so true. Someone had it in their car. Like, literally.
If there was like a high % chance one of you guys have prosciutto. Which, oh my God. So, but then this is where the issue came. I don't know about melons.
Yeah.
I don't realize that the inside of melons are not all created equal.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that I didn't have melon. I had a cantaloupe. I thought a cantaloupe was a melon.
No, you had a honeydew. Oh, you had a literal. She cuts up this melon. First of all, she goes to cut up the melon. She goes to cut up the melon, and my brother stands up swiftly and goes, maybe I should cut it.
Can I just say, no one believes in me. Like, no one believes in me, and the way you learn is by making mistakes. I come down with a battle axe and a melon, because that's how you cut melons.
Yeah.
Immediately, right before I'm about to cut it, I realize, I feel like there should be some strategy.
Not the right knife. Not the right knife.
It was, I don't know what kind, I don't know my knives.
Yeah.
Wasn't the right knife. Gary.
Wait, hold on. Also, I just need to like set the scene for you. We're in Hannah's backyard. She's walking around with this massive knife all day too, because we were cutting up different things. And like she kept making the same joke, but every time she said it, it literally hit. She would always say, she kept saying, "Thanks, Des, for getting me the small knife." Like
I kept being like, good. I wanted the small knife, and it kept getting laughs, so I kept doing it.
It was the bit.
Well, because also you can't pick up that knife and like not say something. Like, it was an insane knife to have near human beings. Like it looked like what you use to cut up a body. It was insane. So naturally, I was like, maybe this is the knife that'll be good for this cantaloupe melon honeydew, whatever the fuck it was. I didn't know. Could you tell before cutting into it what it would be?
No, I didn't. But you want to know what? I wasn't really thinking like, oh, this isn't a melon. Because if someone says, hey, I have a melon for you, I think, oh, she went to the melon section. She picked it up. Like, there's obviously a honeydew section.
Also, you'd think if I like was bragging about making this for you guys, I'd have any of the ingredients. Like maybe
anything.
Like we're over 2 and there's only 2 ingredients. So
we were this close to having salami and apples. Okay, this freaking close.
But it's so funny because Gary sees me with a knife, which by the way I've been handling all day.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've seen what I need to see.
Yeah.
Comes up to me, takes the knife, and starts cutting it. Which then I realize like I am kind of good at getting other people to do my dirty work. Mm-hmm. You just kind of have to look confused and dangerous with a weapon, and they're like, "No, thank you." So he's cutting it.
You have to look like you're about to make everyone else's day 10 times more annoying. Like, because she just looked like, "Oh, I just chopped my thumb off." Like, and that would have been so annoying.
No, that would have been super inconvenient for the weekend we had planned, and selfish. Mm-hmm. So Gary starts cutting it up, and I don't know who. It might have been you that was like, "That's honeydew."
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, like that's socially constructed. Like it identifies as a melon.
Here's the other thing. You didn't even give us full pieces of prosciutto. The way you were trying to do it like an almond mom, wrapping it around the honeydew, like you actually had created a new snack.
So first of all, I did not wrap it. That would have been way fucking cuter if I wrapped it. And I should have had toothpicks. That was insane not to have toothpicks. Third of all, Gary cut it in a way that wasn't like on my plan of how I was going to do it. So then I just like put it in strips and it was not good.
It was not good.
There's nothing more humbling as a host than when you show up to the group sitting by the pool with honeydew and prosciutto and you go, does anyone want any? And I'm telling you, if someone doesn't early on put their hand up, it's a group mentality thing and everyone's like, no, it's okay. And next thing you know, you have a pound of prosciutto wasted on honeydew melon that's going to get hot and have flies on it. So you guys are all like doing whatever you're doing, and I'm looking at my failure of a work of art.
Oh man. It was a good time though.
Do you know what? No, do you know what was even worse? So no one eats it. It's just sitting there. A couple hours go by. I notice it, and I take a little taste. Of course, Gary doesn't let that go, and he's like, "Did you just fucking eat the honeydew?" And I go, "Someone has to."
He goes, "That's been sitting in the sun for 2 hours, Hannah."
And I go, "Look, I'm not about waste, because you guys are wasteful,
and you're not about waste. No,
I'm not about waste." So that was fun. Anyway, guys, oh my God, I've been enjoying chugging my Duncan refresher. I'm obsessed. I pulled off, but I get it with the green tea.
So do I.
You do too? It's so good. It's so good.
You know, I actually had a thought, and the Duncan refreshers have pushed me to it. I used to be a girly that didn't drink coffee in the morning, and I would drink green tea. And then one day I just like forgot about green tea. And since I've been having green tea in my refreshers, I'm back to like green tea mornings.
Thank you, Duncan, for keeping us refreshed all weekend long. And go to gigglysummer.com to submit stories for a chance to win the Giggly Duncan merch. If you've seen it online, it's pretty amazing.
We played with 3 kitties. Here's the thing too. Okay, Des was like, you guys can play with the kittens, but don't take the kitten out of the kitten room and play with it in the living room. And we were like, okay, like we're not even going to. So we're taking
rules are made to be broken.
Yeah. So obviously we get the kitty and we take her out into the living room. And right as Des predicted, we lost the kitty.
We lost the kitty.
Kitty is gone. We said she couldn't have gotten far. I literally felt in that moment, Hannah, when we were looking for that cat, I actually felt like I was 11 years old and I was there for a sleepover. Des was our dad and we had just done something that he specifically told us not to do.
And that's our role play we do at night.
And we're panicking because we're getting to the point where we have to be like, can you help us?
No, Paige, I was looking in the fridge. I was like, is the cat in the fridge? I started like looking under pillows. At one point I like looked in my own pocket. I'm like, where is the kitten? Mind you, of course, she's just like right there under the couch. She comes out. And I have a special announcement. And if you're on the YouTube, she's been here this whole time. Sorry, the way I picked her up. She just goes limp. That was hilarious.
Oh my God. Wait, that was so cute. Wait, show her again. Oh, she's so cute.
This is Boots, who's attached to me at the hip.
Okay, wait. I walk in. Cat's name is Cupid.
Cat's name is Cupid.
Then immediately cat's name was Socks.
Then it was Socks.
Socks then turned into Boots.
Mm-hmm. Because, you know, she's growing. She's learning.
Mm-hmm.
Naming cats is very fun, but if it has to work. And the thing is, we called her Boots because the white goes all the way up to like right above the knee.
She's wearing boots.
It's like an above the knee boot. And fall is around the corner. It just seems appropriate. Also, like, you know, Cowboy Carter, like country's back in. So boots, you could say like boots.
Yep.
So I'm in love with this cat. Like this cat is a very special cat. Off the side of the road, it just has an amazing temperament. Paige, you love this cat.
I love this cat.
And as you know, I've been fostering cats, also known as trafficking cats, to all my friends. Mm-hmm. So this cat I'm gatekeeping. Like, I'm not letting the general public adopt her. Like, I'm like, this needs to stay in the family.
Right.
Poor Grace just wanted to have a nice job. She just wants to make some money.
She wanted to go to work, receive a paycheck, go home, live her life. We said, wait a minute. This is a lifelong commitment. This is a cult.
So poor
Are you
Grace,
in or are you out?
Poor Grace, not only... So she drove me out to the Hamptons to meet this cat because I forced her. Mm-hmm. And then I drove her around in the car. I think she disassociated because I was like, are you okay? And she was like, where am I? Definitely one of the worst HR violations we've had. Like, I can see the Giggly Squad documentary starting with her, like, sitting down and being like, at first it was fun. Like, we did this tour, and then we got it. Next thing you know, Hannah was not checking her blind spot. And then there was a lot of cats everywhere.
There was just so much litter. Just litter everywhere.
And then they were forcing beta blockers down my throat. And I had to listen to hours and hours and hours of Hannah's weird laugh.
She has really low blood pressure now.
Also, I broke my jaw.
Oh my God. Do you remember when Grace broke her jaw?
We were not involved. We were not involved.
We were not involved in that.
So the way I like to do this cat thing is it can take time. You can't force it. But Boots loves me. And I wanted to see if Boots naturally gravitated to Grace. And let's be honest, Grace has incredible energy. Mm-hmm. Especially for cats, because cats don't like frenetic stress, high energy people that with sudden movements stresses them out. Grace is calm as a fucking cucumber. Mm-hmm. This cat is like gravitating to her, and I'm like, okay, this could be it. Because also, I don't want Grace to take the cat if the cat's not gonna be happy.
Right.
So let's just say I did a lot of work.
You did a lot of reverse psychology.
Well, she called me at one point and she said, look, I love her, but I don't know if I want to have a cat. And I said, does anyone know if they want anything? I said, did I know?
I was just going to say, I feel like that's exactly what you said when I was like, I don't know if I want to get married.
I go, no one knows. No one knows. I said, if you knew, we wouldn't be humans. in this life. Like, I'm getting crazy philosophical with her. Like, she's so confused by the end of the call. Yeah. And she's like, I just don't know.
By the end of the call, she's like, am I a cat?
She goes, do you want to adopt me? So she literally was calling me to be like, I think because I'm not 100% sure, I shouldn't do it. And I go, no one's ever 100% sure. I said, I wasn't 100% sure about my marriage. And look where we are. Look where we are, arguing about who should tell the story at a dinner table. Okay? And then I said, but you know what? I totally get it. I said, I totally get it. There's actually...
Wait, let's also... I think it's important to note that Grace started working for us and... terrified of cats.
She had a phobia of cats.
Yeah, it wasn't just that she didn't like cats or wasn't like, privy to them. It was like she genuinely was scared of them.
And one thing about me is I love a challenge.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, she'll be hard work, but that's the kind of work I want to put. I don't want someone who's like, I want a cat. I said, no.
Yeah.
I want someone who doesn't want it and to flip them like you.
And yeah, I was just going to say, and you're going on 2 of 2 now.
I'm 2 for 2.
People should hire you.
Should I be a cat matchmaker?
I mean, it's kind of crazy how you have gotten into the minds of many young girls.
So Grace then calls me again and she's like, I've been doing my research. I've been talking to everyone. And she's like, I 100% want this cat. Mm-hmm. So this was just accidental reverse psychology, but I had to bring the cats back this morning to get spayed, which means they have to cut their little bellies to spay them. It's so sad. But I get a call from Des. He goes, we have a problem with Boots. And I'm like, what's going on? He goes, she's too skinny. She has to be 2.5 pounds before they cut her open. So we have to take her back. So I call Grace. I'm like, Grace, I'm so sorry. You can't adopt this cat tomorrow. I need to fatten her up for another week. And Grace is like, are you kidding me? Like, I want the cat now. And I said, look how the turntables have turned. No, literally. She's like, no, I need this cat right now. And I go...
And that's what ultimately happens. Once you've made up your mind,
you need this cat.
You're like, well, why isn't there a cat on my lap?
No, she literally is like, if I don't have a cat right in my lap in 3 minutes, I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah.
But Grace, everyone tell Grace congratulations on her pregnancy. She's having a baby and her name is Boots.
Wait, is she keeping that name?
She loves the name Boots.
Wait, I'm obsessed.
Because I said, you call her whatever you want. She's your child. Like, you birthed her. And so, yeah, in about a week, Grace will take her home. She's already done a whole Amazon list. We'll add it to the newsletter of all the stuff for the cat.
Wait, I actually just bought a cat thing on Amazon this week because I realized I'm traveling all these places and I'm putting Daphne's food in a little plastic bag, like a trash. And so I got her this little case to travel with her food. I was like, oh my God, Daphne, I'm so sorry.
What kind of water does she drink?
Purified Evian. Just from the tap. The cat's lukewarm. She likes it warm.
It's funny how cats are so specific too. One last thing about cats. I'm sorry if anyone's like, oh, I don't like cats. Well, I have one last thing to say, which is what I said to Grace. Mm-hmm. Life is good, but it's just better with a cat.
Totally.
So it's like, if you're happy in life, that's great. Imagine being happier.
No. There's nothing really else you can say. That is so spot on. It's so much better. You might have had a good day and you're excited to go home and get on the couch. Imagine if there's just a floof waiting for you to also get on the couch.
And she's not annoying. She's not annoying.
And she lives her own life.
She lives her own life. And her name is Boots and she's right here.
I'm so excited for Grace.
So we're really excited for Grace. Who's my next victim? I have to search. Maybe Chris. Does Chris have a cat?
No, honestly, I feel like you're running out of people. You've infiltrated so much.
I only have so many friends. Also kind of nostalgic. Mm-hmm. I just want to bring awareness to people don't talk enough about the Powerpuff Girls.
What specifically?
Did you watch it?
I didn't. Can I tell you something? Cartoon Network, not for me.
I'm going to say Cartoon Network is so Hannah coded.
Yeah, it's not page coded.
Ed, and Eddie, you would never watch. See,
I hated that show.
Love that silly shit. But Powerpuff Girls, Oh, like Dexter. Do you remember Dexter?
Can I tell you something that's so me coded?
Yeah.
Any TV shows where they're like yelling,
I've seen what I needed to see.
I would be like, stop. Like, I really didn't like that. Like, I liked, again, as I am as an adult, where I like to watch pretty people on the TV. I like them to be so fucking hot. As a younger child, I like to watch things that were aesthetically pleasing to me. So, like,
that's why I can't believe I'm your favorite person.
I liked Mary-Kate and Ashley because they have matching outfits.
You love Disney Channel, Lizzie McGuire.
I love Disney Channel.
Yes.
So, like, anytime someone would offer up the Cartoon Network, I immediately knew what kind of kid you were, and I was disinterested. I would be like, no.
This is the thing, though, with Powerpuff Girls, aesthetically, because one of them had black hair, one of them was blonde, one was redhead, and they all had different colors. It was like so cute, and they all were just like badass, and like I think it formed who I am as a woman, the Powerpuff Girls.
See, again, I didn't like action.
You go, why are they moving so much?
I go, take a nap. Why don't you guys chill? Like, you're getting out of your house and you're like running away from your parents, and this is what you're going and doing? Like, go to the mall.
Wait, that's Cartoon Network 2. The commercials were like, you want this? For it! Yogurt! It's always a yogurt. Like, why was there so much yogurt in those fucking squeeze tubes when we were little? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, it's just like,
oh my, easy squeeze.
Yogurt!
Wait, that is also something so
Gogurt!
to note.
Gogurt!
Like, the commercials were even like too much. Like, I was like, no, get the station off. Like, then I'd have to switch to like PBS and like watch like Wishbone or something. I'd be like, that's so overstimulating.
I did like Wishbone.
I loved Wishbone.
I'm surprised it didn't make you smarter as a kid. She goes, I just like the patterns of the dog. You guys watch it on mute.
You know who I really feel like I grew up to be was DW from Arthur, is who I grew up to be.
Oh my God, I loved Arthur. I loved Arthur.
Arthur was my favorite. DW just like called it how she saw it. She was assertive. She was blunt. She was to the point, and she was a little bit mean. Okay, but people deserved it. People deserved it. Like, get out of DW's house.
Did you like Kim Possible?
I feel like I was a little bit too old for Kim Possible, but I definitely watched it. Like, Kim Possible and the Proud Family were like the same time. And I was like, I feel like I was leaving, but I still watched it. But I wasn't as involved as I could have been.
Yeah, like I thought Kim Possible was so cool with her cargo pants.
You kind of grew up to be Kim Possible.
It's the nicest thing you've ever said.
You have red hair.
And I like little animals near me.
Yeah, like a naked mole rat.
Oh my God. Oh,
I love it.
It's so cute.
I feel like the summer is like, to bring it full circle.
Are you choking to death right now?
I'm okay. I feel like the summer is always kind of like dead with like celebrity gossip, because I genuinely feel like all of like the entertainment industry is like just like they're on vacation in the summer. Yeah, like they're like, you can't find them, whatever. So I feel like the gossip is pretty chill. One thing that people aren't talking about enough, I don't think, is the fact that Victoria Beckham, my religion,
Lord and Savior,
and her son are having like a huge feud. Like, and I feel like we're not really diving into what's going on, but like they're not speaking. And the younger sons keep posting these like cryptic things on Instagram, like people are picking up on it. So it's like the brothers now aren't talking to him. So like, I need to know. I need someone in there just to let me know what it overall is about, because now we're going on like 2 years of just fighting. But what was the original fight is what I need to know.
Well, there was supposed to be a big fight with the wedding, but then they kind of like went past.
But I feel like when people fight over like a wedding, then once the wedding is over, it's like, okay, there's got to be like a new fight, because how are you even continuing it? We got married.
Also,
had the
if you
wedding,
didn't
like,
fight
done.
during a wedding, did you even have a wedding? Like, that's just part of having a wedding. This is why this makes me upset. In this day and age, for your family to be your biggest ops is so unsettling. Like, that person in your home is the one that the press is about, and they're coming for you. Like, it's not okay. Also,
no, it's not okay.
If I birthed you out of my pussy and ripped my butthole, you're not talking bad about me in the press.
No.
You're not talking to People in Magazine about
You're
me.
grounded. You're grounded.
No, like, check your blind spot, go home, leave me alone. I don't like the whole, like, oh, the wife and the daughter-in-law is having beef. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that is so true. Like, they're making it so about Victoria and Nicola.
Yeah.
But I really think it's deep. That's your son. Like, who cares about the new wife? Like, why fight with her? What are they fighting with the son about? Is what I need to know. That to the point where the son is like, you know what? I'm living my life with my wife, like, by ourselves. She also comes from, like, a really big family, and, like, her siblings aren't going on the internet and being, like, you know, saying, like, cryptic things.
No, it's kind of like when Meghan Markle became famous and her dad was, like, talking shit. Like, it's crazy.
What do you think about people saying that Meghan Markle stole Pamela Anderson's cooking show idea?
What was Pamela Anderson's cooking show idea?
Or, you know how she has, like, Pamela Anderson has that, like, Hulu show where it's like you, like, watch her garden. So,
wait, how did I not know this? And you put it on immediately.
Wait, I feel like you have watched an episode before.
Maybe. I love Pamela Anderson and everything she does. Wait, why were people messaging me that Liam Neeson said he's a giggler?
Because he just used the word giggle.
Okay, the gigglers are losing their minds.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, can someone send me a video? Because I feel like that's not.
I think he said, me and Pam love to giggle. And they were like, clearly.
But is that a code? Is that a code?
It could be. I mean, not us being best friends with Bobby Flay now. We have to be careful what we manifest. And we will be at Pam and Liam's Thanksgiving this year.
Look, if you're on the Food Network or your name is Pamela Anderson, I want to be friends with you.
Here's another thing I will say. I just feel like people always do whatever they can to pull, like, Meghan Markle into it. I'm like, why can't Meghan have her own show and Pam have her own show?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like they're both ripping off Martha Stewart.
Totally. Who just came out with a skincare line at the ripe age of, like, 84. So
really?
women just stay working.
Women stay working. They stay winning. Yeah, I'm, like, obsessed with Martha. If you haven't watched her documentary, you have to watch it. But also, back to the Beckhams, they had an amazing documentary.
Amazing.
Part of me with all this drama just makes it seem like easily, if they had a reality TV show, it could be the next Kardashians. But I don't think that's what they want for their life. Even though at this point it is a reality TV show.
Here's the thing, though. I feel like reality TV in general is kind of, like, switching into a different direction because, like, it's not as raw and real as it used to be because there was no social media. Now there's social media. I almost feel like reality TV should revert back to, like, being... Not revert back because it never was, but reality TV moving forward, I want it to be boring. Like, I want to watch Liam and Pam just in the kitchen making Sunday morning pancakes. I only need a 20-minute ep.
You're so right. You don't want it overproduced.
I don't want to, and I don't want it overstimulating. I want vlogs on the TV. I want to be able to go to Hulu and be like Pamela Anderson's vlogs, and it be like different things she does throughout the day.
Put a live camera in her living room. Big Brother it. Pamela Anderson reading a magazine.
Imagine inviting people over to your home and you're setting the ambiance with Pamela Anderson reading a magazine. I love it.
And not out loud, just in her head.
That's $1 million idea.
I think that's great.
I think we're on to something.
This is how you know we're in our 30s. We're like, let's have some calm stuff on the TV.
No, like, literally, I was in the car the other day and I turned the radio down and I go, it's freaking loud. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to blow my eardrums out. Hello? How could one even concentrate with such loud music?
This is why I love having an old husband. Like the other day I was like tapping my knee too much and he was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm like, I respect that. We need peace and calmness, and my anxious knee is ruining the mood.
You just reminded me of something. I got a vibration plate.
So things are going well.
So
this is my
thing.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. I'm a marketer's dream. Okay, look, if you're trying to sell to a demographic, sell it to me. Because I'm going to buy it. Okay? I'm going to test it out. I'm going to try it.
This is my problem. I don't know how to properly test anything out. And I don't do anything like consistent enough, or like even with like my diet. If someone's like, oh, do you want to see if you're allergic to dairy? Just like cut out dairy and no. Like, yeah. I'm not a science experiment. I'm human. And I make mistakes. And I don't know what a fucking carb is. And I'm not Googling it. And I don't know if butter's dairy.
Our new tagline. I'm not a science experiment. I'm a human.
I'm a human.
Okay.
I'm a human with a thirst for knowledge that is unquenchable. I'm not going to lie. I've seen the vibration plate. It looks like it feels good. Like, it looks like it would free me from, like, past traumas.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. The first day I went on it, they said, like, do it, like, 10 minutes a day. First day I went on it, I didn't stop shitting for, like, 2 hours. I mean, that thing loosened something up.
That's what happened to me with the trampoline. I jumped twice and was like, gotta go there.
Yeah, I was like, okay, gotta get the hell out of here.
It's literally like when you play with a baby and like you feel like you shake them up too much and then they just puke and you're like, oh shit, sorry, just shook a Diet Coke. Wait, okay, so it's a laxative.
It's a laxative. I don't know what it's just supposed to be good for, like, overall health. I don't know. I have all the gadgets here.
My favorite thing that we talked about this weekend was about adrenaline, and how we talked about how if you really want to feel adrenaline, go through your man's phone. I don't care if you're jumping out of a fucking plane, go through a man's phone and you will have diarrhea.
I told Hannah the story that I went through an ex-boyfriend's phone, but every time I would go through his phone, I'd have to do it in the bathroom on the toilet because I would shit myself because I would be so nervous that I was going to get caught, or that, like, also he had some shit on his phone, no pun intended. So, like, I needed time to sift through.
It was just, look, you were going to do it in the bathroom anyway, but it was convenient that it was there because your heart rate came up and your body thought you were getting chased by a lion and shat itself.
And, like, it took one time for me to not be near a bathroom to know that the next time I have to run to the bathroom.
No, your body's
so
like, nervous. I need to lose everything that's inside me right now because we need to run for our life.
I'm so nervous. And also, I'm never against going through a man's phone. Like, I think that all women should legally be allowed to go through their man's phone. But make sure you're near a bathroom because things get crazy.
Thank you, Duncan, for sponsoring this app. We love you so much.